Hello there. Hey, what's going on, my friends? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be on this big blue marble that we travel on called Earth. This is your boy Turgon, the wise guy, coming at you with a new video today. And today will be a little bit of a different video because, well, the season for all intents and purposes is done. And now I'm just trying to fight wherever I can find fights. We have an agreement in place with Evil. We'll return their capitals to them, and we'll have secured. We already have, but we will maintain. I think something like 46 regions, control points, whatever the verbiage may be. And yeah, so the season's pretty much wrap. A lot of people, I think, are kind of are done. But I'm out here in the West fighting, and this video, I'm gonna just pretty much be fighting. Now, normally in my videos, I take great care not to show you my goodies, but my goodies don't matter anymore, so who cares? Um, so here's my barracks, current state of my barracks. I emptied like half my barracks last night fighting in Fort Linden, and there's a pin to reflect that I'll show you in a moment. So this is what I'm working with right now. Could definitely use some time to recover, but I feel like fighting. And they're coming for my stuff out here. They're like, get off my lawn. They're coming for my fort over here. M. Bison. If you don't know M. Bison, then clearly you're under the age of 35 and never played Street Fighter 2 on the Super NES. So they're coming for all of our goodies over here. I fought last night over here for about, I don't know, 4 hours, 6 hours. I don't know. A lot of fighting over here. And I'll show you some reports in a second. I'll show you the pin. Here's my pin. And yo, kudos to these guys. They are relentless. They like are hungry for to keep this. And at this stage of the season, there's not much else to do, so I do not mind. What is this? What do I got here? Oh, I still got to do this. Crap. How am I supposed to fight and hit level 40 mobs at the same time? Hmm. Well, eh, eh. Maybe it can be done. Maybe. We'll just do that real quick. We'll see if we can get a reinforcement in. They're still up here, so they don't really they don't have vision of me yet. In case you don't know this, you can't see anything unless you have a tile within like 7 tiles. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have a friend! Oh my god, I have a friend. Who's my friend? Where are you coming from? Oh my god, please tell me it's not a long march. Jeff! You're the man, Jeff. I love you. Thank you for coming and helping me. Um, because fighting alone, it was lonely. I mean, for lack of a better term. Let's go to the reports. I'll show you some of the reports. This isn't bad. I mean, for a mob, it's kind of taking more losses than I would like. A whole 83 dead. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh yeah, let me show you some of these. These reports are outrageous. I gotta go back like, I don't know. Let's go back like a bunch of hours. 12 hours ago? More than that? I fought the shit out of them. It was so fun. I don't know. Some people are bored and sad and angry that everything is wrapped up and there's not much to do, but you find stuff to do. And if you follow me around, then I'll help find stuff for you too. Okay, let's start. Let's start about here. Yeah, I killed his Pather. That's just a mob. Crushed this Witch King. I don't know why you would put 120 tier 4s on a Witch King with no gear that buffs evil men units. But that is your prior. Like, what is what? This does nothing for you except for the base stats. Okay, dude. Um, I guess that's what he has. I'm not trying to be mean or judgmental. Then I get lost to this guy's strip armor. That's interesting. Melee vigor, haste the soldiers. But then I killed him with my Elrond. And then I ran into this Sauron. Just a baby. He had pursuit though, that's why. Probably got that to proc. I got smoked pretty bad, but I killed all of his great beasts. So then on the next pass, Dunzo. And then I took some stuff. I'm sure they're very proud of themselves for what they accomplished, but considering they only drained half of my racks and I probably drained about the same for 4 people, I'll take it. They took my tiles back, blah, blah, blah. Killed this guy. He pulled his march. That happens. This is me taking stuff that I needed in order to relocate. Got that M Bison Fort there up. Then I pathed around with Aragorn. Killed his Pather. That was a quick I put up my defend thing. There he starts taking back all the tiles I just took with Aragorn. And here is a fun one. Obviously, Frodo bombs don't work against dudes who are madness resistant. So, but still, I just love using Frodo as my scout. I have had instances where Frodo himself has literally caused people to path around him, to run from him. It's hysterical. And that's because I have a reputation for not using pathers. I just fight. So everyone just expects all my commanders to always be fighting commanders. And it's fantastic. Oh, mobs. Free muffins. I stole that name from a guy from BCNU. Killing it, killing it, killing it. Killing me softly with his song. You don't see too many Khaldoons getting beat by Gandalf the Grey. So this is an interesting report. These sharpshooters are huge, especially like if they get Convener, the follow up in the first and second round, big time damage. And then I got beaten by his Lurts. But his Lurts hit my Frodo bomb again. This I have another report that's actually worse than this. It's so funny. The Frodo bomb the madness must have affected Lurts, and he killed half of his own units. Oh, but that report's too far back. And then my Elrond slaughtered him, and him, and him, and him. And then finally, I still did a real number on this guy. Like, look at how much work he had to do just to kill my Elrond. And then Isildur finished him, and him, and him, and almost him. And then he finally recovered. So, I mean, this guy's barracks has got to be hurting. way worse than mine. And then this guy kicked in, killed him and him and him. Like, how many times can you reload? Shit. And him. They finally killed him. Then I took the ruins, pathed around a bit, reloaded my commanders, and went to sleep. Maybe, I think. Maybe I killed this guy. Obviously, my madness didn't proc before his did, so that didn't work out well. My Gimli was low, so that didn't work out well. But I took a chunk out of him here. This is a little bit of a mismatch, um, given the gearing that I have for Gilgalad right now. Um, then I got his Witch King with Gandalf. 300,000 damage with Gandalf the Grey is glorious, my friends. I love it. 151,000 damage. It's just absolutely beautiful. But then I got hit by the Soon and ouch. Ouch. So, I mean, it took 4 guys unloading their barracks on me to remove me from this position. Then I killed him. I got reinforced. Killed him, pathed around. That was a little bit. I don't know if I would call this a mistake or not, but draw. And then I drew this guy, and I drew him. This time, I threw the old focus protection armor on him because this also helps. So that's why, with less than a full march, I did what I did. 40 versus 50, folks. I mean, this is how you use Aragorn 2 Night build. Just switch the chest. If you see a Sauron, you're going to fight a Sauron. Put on the focus chest. If you're going to fight a Witch King, throw on the burn chest. That's all he's good for. Anything else you're going to fight, he's going to get slaughtered. And then the Black Serpent. They finally took that tile. Massacred him. Massacred him. Took a couple of tiles. Tiled around with my Elrond just to create a little bit of space. Send him back to the fort. Frodo Bomb didn't work against this Witch King because this Witch King has madness immunity. Who puts madness immunity on a Witch King? Oh well, it's fine. I got him with Gandalf again. 259,000 damage. It's beautiful. And I killed him with 1,400. Oh, it's so fun, guys. I love this game so much. And then another Frodo bomb, this time against an armored Sauron. Oh, Doctor. I mean, I only killed 6 units, but they were these big units. I mean, this is a great trade. Uh, you know, this is a great trade. I killed 4 chariots and I lost nothing. Free muffins indeed. And then Elrond massacred him. It's just 360,000 damage. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. He's so good. I love Elrond. Why didn't I use him before? And then Sauron got the best of me. But then I killed Sauron. And then I almost killed his Sunand. They must have been so mad. And then I killed him. He reloaded. But then he died. And again. Ugh. Then I think I went to sleep. So they had every opportunity to have their way with me. I pulled my army, what was left of my knights out, and just left everyone kind of filled there. All right, let's see what's going on with M. Bison here. Okay, looks like I still got some space. I'm gonna kill this to finish my my quest. Oh, okay, here we go. There's the cleaning crew. So maybe I'll do a video later today that fights. I just wanted to run through that report and kind of show some things that are going on there. And then also, while I have you, let me just walk through what I'm doing with my commanders exactly here. So, my Elrond I've showed a number of times. Still waiting on that elusive final Elven White Knife to get this Dunzo maxed, full refined, full upgraded. So excited for that someday. Sorry, coffee break there. I just got my 3rd star on the Ranger's Shroud, so lot of defense, an extra 16 defense on my ranged. It's ridiculous for the March Wardens. My March Warden stats are stupid. They're stupid. Fully maxed Aegis and the carved dragon tooth that gives him pursuit and 5% chance to do maximum damage each round. Skill perspective, gotta have this maxed out. That's 25% for all elven units. That stacks with this. So you do all elves, you get 30% because it's for each elven unit. 3 types, 30%, 30 plus 25, that's 55%. Then you get boon here, you get another 20% physical damage on top of that if that side procs, or you receive 20% less, makes them tankier. It's a win-win. Gotta have this. And then, of course, the Lord of Imladris is nice. It gets some damage there against 2 enemy targets. No sense maxing it out at this point. And then you get Convener. This is the nuke. And then the rest of what I'm doing here is just White Council to mitigate some more damage and do more damage against orcs, urukai, and trolls, which is why he is carving through some of these beefy-ass evil tanks like a warm knife through butter. March Wardens, Sentinels, Heralds. It's all you need for him when you're playing Lothlorien, and he just is a beast. Isildur right now, I'm using Bane of Mounted Units on the fireworks for him because I'm running into a lot of Khaldoons. Look at this weird thing going on here. That's a glitch. Whew, gotta love blue stacks, baby. Another Aegis, 3 out of 4. One more of these casks, and I can get a 4th star there, which would be really nice. 3-star Mithril Coat, Tactical Maneuvers, mitigating more damage. And, of course, Narsil, his unique. Huge. It gets 6 HP from this, and you get a ton of defense from this. You get attack from this. Attack to ranged from this. Skill perspective, I go for all physical damage and mitigation. So this mitigates damage, this mitigates damage. Champion of the Light crushes orcs, urukai, and trolls. He needs that. More defense, baby. 30 defense to men units during combat. It's huge. And then Great King. I run him right now. I'm throwing 1,000 March Wardens in the back with Rangers and Dunedain up front. He smashes Sunand. He smashes pretty much everything else at this point. This is the best counter for Khaldoon I can come up with at this time. He does okay against Khaldoons as long as they don't have a Frenzy Hammer. If they have a Frenzy Hammer, then I'm going to get smashed. And if you don't know this already, pretty much everyone gets smashed against the Khaldoon Frenzy Hammer. It's just so broken, so much damage between the commander damage that he does. Normally, Khaldoon does somewhere between 20 and 50,000 commander damage, but with the Frenzy Hammer, you can watch that number go up to about 100, 120,000. And then all the army damage he does on top of that, another 100, 150,000. It's just too much damage. Gimli, my Gimli, I just got the 3rd star refine on his axe, and I haven't noticed a huge difference yet, but he definitely hits hard. Melee Vigor on the Scale Mail, Melee Vigor on the Brutal Helmet, and then Bane of Giants is what I got on the Draught Calabash and Soup. 9% against large units is really helpful when you're fighting a lot of rune people. Skill perspective, anyone who knows Gimli knows this skill build. 4 in here, 2 in there for now. Maxed out the R3 tree, maxed out the R1 tree. I might do some weird shit with his last 3 points if I get him to 50. I could do 2 and 1 more in here, or I could do 2 here and 1 there. And that might make him, he already does enough damage, so I don't know if I necessarily really care to have the extra, 4.3% negative defense. It'll definitely help, don't get me wrong, but protecting the elven units, I don't know. I'll test it and see which one I like more. Gil-galad's got my leftovers. This 4-star High Elf Halberd, it's good for the defense, more damage mitigation. And then the Silver Harper Rivendell, more defense, damage 10% there, damage 9% there. That's 19% damage to elves. More ranged attack here. Some Hysteria. Sorry, that was like Disturbia, the Rihanna song there, but done really poorly. And that all that 19% damage stacks with this 14% damage here. Receive 15% less. The HP is huge. You need HP on elves badly. Follow up, I love it when that procs. Anyone who doesn't put points in here, I judge a little bit. Even though it's gambling, it's a gamble. I understand why some people would be like, oh, it's only 25%. I'm not going to use the 7 points there. Totally get that, but I love it because when it procs, it does big boom. And if you know Daddy, Daddy loves big boom. Icicle, and then I'm mitigating the damage there. Gandalf, this gigantic hammer on him is ridiculous, especially having it refined 4 stars on the rend. That's like 15% of defense flushed down the toilet because of this item. Plus, it buffs the army attack by 5. It's huge. Fire protection that stacks with his high alert. Bone mask, I love manipulate on him. I think it's broken. And then Bane of Orcs with more HP. HP, defense, and attack. I love it. I love it. This is the skill build I'm using for PvP right now because I'm facing evil. It's huge. Burn damage is not going to do shit to me. Champion of the Light, 28 plus 18, so he's doing 46% damage, more damage to orcs than he would without the skill and that piece of gear. 28% damage to Urukai and trolls. That's huge. You want 2 in here, 1 in here, so you get the stun. You want 2 in here and 1 in here, so you get this stun too, and then this also helps us heal a little bit. I put the extra point in here for a little bit extra negative defense, and then the maxed out Mithrandir, Free Peoples mitigates another 14% damage. Convener, you gotta have Convener on him. It's giant nuke, just like Elrond. It's huge. Here's the knight build for A2. Battle Axe with Flay, it buffs his damage. Superior Hallmark is great because it gives him a ton of might. It's not reflecting that because it's at 80 familiarity right now, but it'll I think double up to 30 or something like that. But the dirt burn damage stacked with this burn damage. Now don't be fooled. 120% burn damage mitigation is not a thing. It caps at 90%. So I'm mitigating 90% of all burn damage, and then 60% of focus and poison as well with this. And then I threw the Heathlane with Bane of Orcs. HP, more defense, attack. It's fantastic. You hit a Witch King with him, they melt. 40s versus 50s. It's phenomenal. Galadriel, this is what I got going on with her. She's kind of a pather for me right now. I might test her a little bit more. I don't have anything I can use to buff this. If I did, then I would be more apt to use her in combat. But just got a critical care pipe on her. I think it's going to be huge, especially start of next season. Carver with Smite, it's pretty standard. Ancient Numenorian Helm gives her focus, defense, and HP. I might chuck this hat into it because between the hat and this guy, I could get the 4th star in here. I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. So I'm not going to bother right now. It's not a big deal. Skill build, nothing surprising here. Max this guy out, max this guy out. I threw a couple points in here now just to buff for heals. I could probably put those points in Focus Wrath. There's no right or wrong here. I don't feel like putting the point in Parting Gift quite yet. And then here's the Frodo Bomb. The legendary Hobbit Frying Pan, Long March Bag, Feather Hat, and the Loot. He's such a troll com. I was looking at his unique. I'm actually thinking about his unique, but that's quite an investment. So maybe something for 2024. Ring Bearer's got to have it. There's the madness. That's the Frodo Bomb right there. Well, really, this is the Ring of Terrors, the Frodo Bomb, because it affects the commander and the units. But there's a 70% chance, so it's a roll of the dice. Elven Rope, 90% chance to inflict stun for 3 rounds in round 3. Master Bag End, and then I buffed damage received for orcs, urukai, and trolls. So when the bomb goes off, it is nasty. And then just a couple experimental comms. Well, here I also have a Faramir. I haven't really done anything with him PvP wise with any kind of success. So mostly he sweeps for me, but Mirkwood Bow, his unique, Trapper's Hood, and then a Hunter's Mark for Pursuit. He might do okay against Agrima if I could find one. to hit. The Grimas tend to hit me, and they like to run into my Elrond, and that works for me. So I don't see any reason to try and force the issue. Here's a skill build that I'm using right now. I'm going to put the last couple points in here, and then I'll put points into here, and maybe even here. Nothing surprising or earth-shattering. And then experimentally, I had a couple of items on here. I threw them on Haldir. I was playing around, toying with the idea of maybe playing with Celeborn a bit, but because I have March Warden, so it's a good time to test him. And maybe in a couple weeks I will be. We'll see. But Haldir is a guy that I'm probably going to start using pretty soon because I'm seeing Khaldun with ghosts. What the hell do they call those things? The ghosties, the ghosty guys. Blah 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 blah. Ooh, I got a message. What's up? Oh, that's a friend. He's looking to help. Cool. I will message him back in a minute. What was I doing? Barracks. I want to look at. I think they're called observers. I'm just like a little out of it right now. I didn't get much sleep last night, and well, obviously I was fighting. Where am I go? Oh, oath breakers. I don't know why I was. Yeah, obs. Oath breakers. OBs. Obs. I don't know why I was calling them observers. That's silly. So I'm seeing Khaldun with oath breakers, and oath breakers deal focus damage, and they're weak to elemental damage. They're pretty tough against physical damage, negative 90% to physical damage. And so what they're doing with Khaldun is they're throwing that focus protection chest, the quilted armor, on Khaldun to protect them from focus damage. So my counter to that is going to be uh, Haldir. Let me just collect this guy real quick. Boop, boop. Let's see what I can do here. With Haldir. Let's just chuck all of these in here. Nah, we'll wait on that. What happens if I do this? Yeah, that works. Brilliant. Cool. Let's give him a level. So here's what I'm working on buffing Galadrim. I'll finish that and then probably put points into his other heal, Armed Escort. I'll give him some Eagles to leverage the beast training, and then this is why he might be a good counter for that Khaldun with Oathbreakers, is because he does some solid poison damage there. Forest Agility, 20% chance for follow-up. Not quite as good as Gil-galad's. Gil-galad's 25%, so you got a 1 in 4 chance. Haldir, it's 1 in 5. He's a baby. He's not a big guy. He's only a T1. Calm down. So why am I doing this? Well, I don't want him to blow himself up. Same reason why they're putting it on Witch King. Because but this is cool. The initiative on the chest. I don't know if they fixed that so that now the initiative only takes effect when he's on woodlands, but I can just stick him on a wood tile. It's not like I don't have 6 gajillion of them. But then the Mirkwood bow, elf damage, pursuit. So that and the speed I think will be nice. So we'll see how he does once I get him leveled a little bit more. And I'll see if I can find one of these Khalduns with Oathbreakers and chuck them against him. That ought to be fun. So that is what's going on in little old Turgon land. That's what I'm doing. I am prepped to fight up here. And I'll do another video later today when they come, because they be coming. So let's get some. All right, my friends. I hope you liked the video, find it insightful in some way. I just wanted to share some of my thoughts on how I think about how I approach commanders, gearing, putting units out, managing my barracks. I didn't really talk about managing my barracks, but so much. But I did kind of show you what my units are in the barracks, so you could get a flavor for that. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, all that fun jazz. Leave a comment if you have any, comments, feedback, recommendations, questions, declarations. All right, I'm done. I love you all. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. I hope the rest of your day treats you well. Cheers.